Importance of the cooperative societies. Importance lies in the very simple fact. Stand alone, you can achieve a little. Come together, you can achieve very significantly. People with diverse expertise, people with diverse skill sets, when they function alone, they do not achieve too much. But if the same people are put in together as an organization, if the same skill sets are used in this organization, their achievements suddenly become very huge, high. Cooperatives, as the name itself suggests, cooperate. Please cooperate with me. If I say, please cooperate with me, what do I see? What do I mean here? I am working, please cooperate. What does that mean? Please stand with me. Please support me. Same. The name itself, cooperatives, are based on the principle of cooperation amongst all the members. All the members come together and cooperate with each other. That the positive impact of this cooperation is many-fold, multifold, when compared to what an individual could have achieved. It could be the pooling of funds. What cooperative banks do is they pool the funds from the members. You are a member of a cooperative bank. The bank says, pool the funds, deposits. You have a deposit of 1 lakh rupees. If there are 10,000 members to a cooperative bank, everybody has 1 lakh. Now they pool the funds. And those funds are used to help the members themselves. Cooperatives are not working for the profitability of the institution. They are more so working for the welfare of each and individual members themselves. Cooperatives are not really profitable organizations. A lot of cooperatives generally run in losses. Lots and lots of cooperatives actually need the government's help in performing their functions. There are few cooperatives which are actually very, very profitable, like Amul came up. Very few of them. Otherwise, majority of the cooperatives, they generally suffer because they are not really inclined towards profitability. They are more inclined towards to help their own members. Sometimes those are bad managerial practices, bad managerial goals, bad managerial techniques. But doesn't matter that their goal is not really profit. So that is why you hear cooperatives suffering a lot in India. To give the cooperatives a push, the government encouraged people to be part of the cooperatives and converted them into constitutional bodies. Cooperative societies play a vital role in ensuring the nation's progress by helping the poor. Generally, we witness that the cooperatives have done a wonderful job in helping the poor by holding their hands in some sectors. Milk cooperatives is a great success story, and how the rural poor have benefited out of the whole structure. Milk cooperatives. The poor, the illiterate, and the unskilled people to form unions with principle of mutual assistance, cooperation. Everybody comes together and cooperates with each other. Principle of mutual assistance to achieve their common socio-economic goal. I stated earlier as well that the cooperatives have social goals and economic goals. More so economic goals, and to a lesser extent social goals as well. Don't write political goals here. Cooperatives are not meant for political gains. They do not play an active role in you achieving or trying to achieve political results. Although your politicians may use cooperatives for their own political ends, cooperatives suffer because of political interference also. But then it is not really, the goal is not really anything to achieve or anything to do with the political system. Goal is economic development and social development. Penetrating in the remote places where the state and the private sectors could face trouble to do much. That could also be the importance. A lot of these cooperatives work in rural areas where the state itself is struggling. When the state itself struggles, forget about the private sector. Private sector would not be interested to be there because it sees no profit motive there. So penetrating into remote places where the state and the private sectors could face trouble to do much. It provides strategic inputs for the agriculture sector. Now cooperatives, large number of cooperatives today operate in agriculture sector. The story, the popular story, the success stories of a lot of cooperatives comes from the agriculture sector. There are various examples of cooperatives who have really performed very well. Seed cooperatives, fertilizer cooperatives, storage cooperatives. Nowadays a new concept has emerged. Storage cooperatives. If you're a member of that cooperative, they will love you to store your grains for a longer period of time, so that you can wait until you get a suitable remuneration or price in the market for your produce. Seed and fertilizer cooperatives were very old. It's not new, very old. It provides agricultural credits, agricultural credit cooperatives also. I can add that as well. Agricultural credit cooperatives, that is, where members of these agricultural credit cooperatives are given loans for agricultural purposes. Pre-sowing loans, post-sowing loans. Pre-sowing is where you want to purchase seeds, you want to purchase fertilizers. You have certain things to purchase here. Post-sowing, you have already, you already have the grains with you. Now you need storage facilities, you need transportation facilities, you need marketing facilities. All that could also be arranged by the agriculture credit cooperatives, where state and the private sectors have not been able to do very much, largely forgetting about the agriculture sector. Agricultural marketing cooperative societies enables farmers to benefit from the increased bargaining strength. I'll give you an example. Supposedly you are a farmer. You grow a particular grain. Now if you go to the market and want to sell that particular produce, the market will not give you a good return for that. The people who would purchase your produce, they would say, no, we cannot purchase this. Your quantity is low. Your supply is very haphazard. So we cannot purchase your produce at a higher price. So they may purchase your produce at a very nominal price, which is basically a loss for you. If you go alone to a market and say, I want to sell my produce. On the other end, you are part of a marketing society, agriculture cooperative marketing society or marketing cooperative society. Because you are a member and people like you are members, now rather than one person, 500 farmers are part of this society, marketing society. All the 500 members grow, for example, cotton. If an individual farmer went to the market and tried to sell his cotton, he would be shooed away. Not consistent supply, as quantity is low, market is not interested. 500 of them, 1000 of them, when they go and they say, we have a huge quantity and we have the capability to supply cotton on a regular basis also. So the market is interested. Market says, oh, we are also interested in purchasing from you, because you can ensure them quantity also, plus regular supply as well. Plus, because you are a cooperative, you can now employ people who are experts in marketing skills, people who know the market. You are 1000 farmers, As a small fee can be leveraged from each and every individual of you. Small fee. And with that fee, probably 200 rupees per year, or 200 rupees or 500 rupees per year. Small fee. With that fee, you can employ a specialist, marketing specialist. He will now make sure that you guys, all of you, 1,000 farmers, get a better price, a good price in the market. See this, observe this. Compare this with you as an individual farmer, how you alone could have achieved this, versus when you people come together, and that strength, the numerical strength, with that, what comes is the better bargaining power. You could bargain because you are in a upper hand here. You have the product, you have it, you know it that the person wants to purchase that. You could use that for your favor. This is the principle on which the cooperatives work in India. Come together, increase your strength. If you are not a part of the cooperative society, you as a farmer, you would go to your local mandi. There, the middlemen would exploit you. They would try to give you as little as possible because he wants to make the most of the profit. No? He would give you as little as possible. If you are all alone, you have no other option. You would sell it to him. Even at a loss, you will sell it to him. Not here. They'll say, don't worry. We are a society, we will manage, we will arrange for storage facilities for your produce as well. Until unless we get a better price, we can all arrange for a storage facility at a very nominal fee. This is what is working, like compounded effect. Everybody's efforts come together and it compounds into something else. One individual's efforts is nothing. But in cooperatives, what happens is, when people come together, 1 plus 1 plus 1 doesn't become 3 in cooperatives. 1 plus 1 plus 1 becomes 10 in cooperatives. It is like that. Compounded impact. Don't put your fundamental mathematics. Hey, he is teaching runs, he sat here. Compounded effect, okay? This is the benefit of cooperatives. That is why. But again, a lot of farmers, we will study in the deficiencies also, deficiencies of the cooperatives. A lot of farmers are not really aware. A lot of them are not aware. A lot of them are not really interested also in becoming part of the cooperatives. Why, we will have to see that later. Cooperative societies are helping in building up infrastructure like storage godowns. Nowadays, this is becoming very popular, including cold storages, rural roads, and in providing facilities like irrigation, electricity, transport, and health. Very true. Individually would not be able to achieve all this. Now come together and have a compounded impact, and then you get all this in return from the cooperative societies. Small irrigation, okay, not something which is huge. Agriculture cooperatives, they may help you in smaller irrigation aspects. They may help you with transportation of your produce. Storage facilities now, that is also happening. The cooperatives reduce the bureaucratic intricacies of the political factions and ensures a conducive environment for flourishing agriculture and allied activities. You don't have to deal with the hassles of the bureaucratic delays or the way the decisions are taken, the unnecessary hurdles that are created. In agriculture, time is money. There are a lot of perishable commodities that you produce as a farmer. Perishable commodities. For example, you produce tomatoes. You would not want to wait for 2 months to sell your tomatoes, no? Upon harvest. If you harvest it today, within 15 days your tomatoes are all rotten. You would not want to wait for 15 days. You are in a hurry to sell it off as soon as possible. Yes, your hurry, your eagerness to sell it off is your weakness, because the other person knows that you want to sell it off. He would try to exploit you. But if you are a member of a cooperative society, they'll say, don't worry, we have cold storage facilities. You can place your produce in the cold storages. It can go for 1 month also. Rather than just 1 week or 10 days, it can be, the lifespan of these produce can be extended for 1 month also. So that you can get a better remuneration for your produce. Wait and then sell. But if you individually go ahead and try to do that, you subscribe to a cold storage, you will have to pay them a huge money, which again defeats the purpose. You want your profits. There will be no profit left at the end of the day if you do that on your own. Become a member of an agriculture cooperative society. They'll arrange this for you almost at no cost at all. Almost at no cost at all. You are getting the benefit of selling your produce also, that too at a better price, at your own terms. They help you in transportation facilities as well. As a farmer, it is difficult to find transportation at the right time. Sometimes as a farmer, you need to understand the markets work in a different way. If you cannot transport your goods at the right time, you are in losses. So the cooperatives help you. If you have given them a prior intimation, they help you in arranging the transportation as well. What not? They can help you in multiple ways here. Why can't farmers utilize this? That's a wonderful opportunity. Cooperative movements. In fact, pre-independence has seen more cooperative movements than post-independence in India. That is a very interesting fact. Pre-independence, the cooperatives, the members had more passion towards cooperatives. To revive that whole concept of pre-independence cooperative movement, the government has been pushing the cooperatives on a grand scale by converting them into constitutional bodies, by creating a separate ministry of cooperatives, whatnot. Budgetary allocations has increased. Government wants this to become again a movement, a rural movement, where people take care of themselves. They do not have to rely upon the government. Cooperative movements help in promoting unity and cohesion amongst the members. It is an institution of mutual help and sharing. You are not depending upon the government here. You come together, you cooperate, and you do something out of that. Whole essence of cooperatives. In a country divided on social basis, cooperative societies also helps in blurring the gap between various social cleavages of the country. Now, if you want to become a member of a cooperative society, they would not ask you what caste do you belong into. It is not a caste group. It's an open institution. Anybody with any social backing, anybody with any social status can come here and join here. So it's not something that is restricted to only a particular section of the society, or it was restricted to only underprivileged. Absolutely nothing. As a member of the cooperative, you will have to interact with other members who may be not from the same social strata as you come from. Cooperatives force people to interact with each other, force people to come together. There is no other option. If you are a member of a cooperative banks generally have meetings, cooperative bank meetings. They'll invite you. You go there, you sit there, you never know who the other person sitting beside you is, what caste he is, what religion he has. You go there, you interact with him, you sit there, you vote, you discuss with him. So the cooperatives force people to come together, breaking the caste barriers, religious tensions, etc. That is not the intention per se, but it is something that happens as a secondary factor. It happens. It is good. But that is not the primary intention. Encourage the values and spirits of self-help, democracy, equality, and solidarity. Self-help. You are not depending upon the governments here. You are trying to do as much as possible on your own. Democracy, in the sense, All cooperatives have democratic principles enshrined in them. Equality of votes for everyone, irrespective of how much you have contributed to the cooperative. There is equality of voting rights for all of them, because everybody is being treated equal. It harbors a sense of equality amongst the people. Plus, at the end, because it is your cooperative, you are a member, you feel that this is my cooperative. People come together and there is a sense of solidarity amongst them. After all, you believe, you start thinking, this is my cooperative. Yeah. I'm a member, I'm a rightful stakeholder of this cooperative. Cooperative members believe in the ethical values of honesty, openness, social responsibility towards others. This is too much saying. No. It might happen, you never know. Some cooperatives can be as good as this showcases. Some may not be that great. Depends. Done.